welcome to BOMISpirit. This is going to be the weekend reading for November 4th to the 6th. Sorry it's a little late. I've been juggling a lot of unexpected things that have happened recently, but we're not going to waste any time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment. Check out the website, Vimeo, Patreon. There's cool stuff going on there. I am encouraging people to sign up and register on the website just because I have things I need to announce, and I think I'm going to start utilizing newsletters for that. One announcement in particular, I'm actually speaking at a summit. It's the second annual Voicing Your Vision Summit. And there should be a link below if you are curious about the event. I'm going to be, speaking on November 16th. That's right, at 12 p.m. Pacific. The event is from the 14th to the 19th, and there's a lot of people speaking, a lot of beautiful souls who are just doing their thing and just sharing their visions with people. So if you're curious, there's also free gifts involved, I believe. So if you're curious, go ahead and check that out below, okay? There's something else. Yes, I remember. Sorry. I think I startled myself. I'm going to be talking about the full moon eclipse in Taurus live on the 4th of November on Patreon at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. East Coast. 8 p.m. East Coast time, Eastern Standard Time. You know what I'm saying. Those are the big announcements so far, but like I said, check out the website, sign up for the news, register so you can get the newsletter words, so you don't miss out. Okay? All right. Let's get into it. So the way this works, I'm going to go over the astrology for the weekend, and then we're going to go and pull some cards for the elements. There's a lot going on this weekend. So as I said, we're kind of gearing up for the eclipse, right? The eclipse is happening on November 8th. It's happening the following week. Uranus is playing a huge role here, and Venus has been very active for us, and then Mars has also been retrograde, so there's been a really interesting kind of dance happening between the feminine Venus energy and the masculine Mars-like energy. I think we've all been experiencing that in some way, shape, or form, whether it's in relationships or even just observing ourselves and how we take action and how we kind of balance our own lives. So that's still at play. This weekend, we also have some North Node energy that's at play too. So without fail... Without fail, kitty cat comes to visit. We'll see if he behaves. Depends. We'll see. We shall see. I might have to repeatedly take him off the table, but coming back to this weekend, the weekly that I put out, I talked a lot about the need to take a risk this week, right? And potentially second chances. And some of these second chances are just the same opportunity with the same people, the same job, whatever, the same circumstances. For others, it's a second chance at getting what's actually the ideal. Like you tried at something and it didn't work out because it really actually wasn't exactly what you needed or wasn't healthy or wasn't what was best for you. Here's a chance to get what you actually want. It might look different than what you had expected, but it's what you need. Oh, buddy, okay? Oh, he's a little sad. I can feel that. He's a little sad. What's going on with you? You see a little scratchy scratch? Is that it? So that's what's going on for the week, and the weekend is no exception. This weekend, we are going to experience quite a shift, actually, of energy. We're going to go from this, like, excuse me, this sort of romantic, pleasure-seeking, fun, very also Scorpionic, so there's still that depth of Scorpio, and also heightened intuition's a part of this too. We're going to go from that to more mental energy, and then to really strong, independent, need to take some fucking risks, need to make some big changes, and just kind of going for it. There's also going to be some triggering in the midst of that too. So it's going to be an interesting weekend. We're going to see how this goes for everybody. And it's going to play out differently for everybody because we do have a lot of unpredictability going on with the way that Uranus is playing a role, the way the North Node is playing a role too. With the North Node, it's going to be interesting because there's going to be this almost tug of war energy where we're kind of battling acting out of our own identity, like doing things that are just like innately us, and doing the right thing, doing the thing that's healthier, which would probably require a change, which this weekend is prompting changes. There's that. But then I was feeling this as I was writing my notes. That's why I want to talk about this, because it was a channeling that was coming through. And others, there's going to be this feeling like you can't fight destiny. And I don't know why I was getting angry about it. It's kind of how it felt. Like, no matter what you're trying to avoid, you can't avoid it. That's for some people. And I feel irritation with that, but it's almost like you're being pushed in a certain direction. And it's like, there's things you don't like about it, or there's things that make you uncomfortable about it, or you're just scared, which is normal. It's human. But it's almost like, it almost feels like you don't have a choice. Again, that's not for everybody. That's definitely for some people. But that's just the gist of what's going on this weekend. So there's a lot of aspects. I don't want to hit you over the head with it too much. So I'm just gonna go with the flow here and just kind of get into it. So this weekend we still have the Sun conjunct Mercury and Venus. All three are in Scorpio. The conjunction with Venus is actually weakening, while the conjunction with Mercury is intensifying. And that kind of goes hand in hand with what I was saying before, where we're going from this very like passionate, loving, lusty, creative, pleasure-seeking, life feels damn good and I feel on fire, like that kind of energy, to getting up in the head a little bit, like being really focused on communication, being really focused on truth, especially because we're talking Scorpio. And it's not like a bad thing, right? Because this can also come by way of intuition or even telepathy, where that's just increasing between you and other people, or you're just getting a lot of information intuitively, psychically. But this can, oh no, I thought they were done with the gardening. I've had to listen to that noise all day. I've literally had my earplugs like in my ears all day because it's been so aggravating. Sorry, coming back. Weren't you done? It's not as loud on your guys' end because I have like a microphone with I don't know what they call it, a dead cat, something like that, whatever, the fuzzy thing on there. So you can't hear it as loud as I can. Right now it feels like it's like reverberating through my brain. But this mercurial scorpionic energy that's being amplified by the sun also can lean towards confessions or actually digging information out of people. So you might find this weekend people are probing a lot. Make sure the other people are doing talking too. Some people might be fishing a little bit. While others, it's just a natural divulging of information, deep conversations, which I think can be fun and enjoyable, but be mindful of those people who are just trying to get information from you, okay? Now let's talk about Venus a little bit. Like I said, Venus has been really active. We've been really thrown into the pot of relationships of all kinds for the last couple weeks. And this weekend, Venus is square Saturn and also opposing Uranus. That opposition to Uranus is still going to be present next week, but it's strongest on the 5th. It's strongest on Saturday. That one can be kind of fun. I'm going to talk about why in a minute. But the square to Saturn is actually strongest the day before the full moon in Taurus. That one's a little rough. That one's not nearly as fun. I'm sorry, guys. I got to wait a minute for that to pass. Sorry, give me a second. Hey guys, so I'm just going to do my best to keep going. I hope it's not super loud for you. I actually put in my earplugs. I had these in all day because they've been at it for, like, honestly, about 6 hours. But I'm running out of time, so I got to get this done. So, yeah, I hope that's not too loud for you, but let's push through this. Let's do it. So I believe I left off talking about Venus square Saturn and opposing Uranus. Venus opposing Uranus is actually a relatively fun kind of aspect, while the square Saturn can be a little rough. So we're going to talk about the opposition to Uranus, which is strongest on the weekend. It's strongest on November 5th. The square to Saturn is strongest on the 7th, the day before the full moon eclipse in Taurus, and will play a role in the eclipse, okay? So while we've been on this roller coaster of relationships, friendships, romantic relationships, resolving emotional baggage from the past, and even familiar relationships, we're still dealing with relationships. The opposition between Venus and Saturn tends to bring this excitement for change, for something spicy, something unfamiliar. So people who are single or are dating, this is actually a great aspect to be doing those things, to be meeting new people or trying things you normally wouldn't try, to take that risk. This whole week is about risk taking. On the 5th or over the weekend, these risks might actually play out. You might actually feel, okay, you know what? I really got to just try this. I really just got to go for it. But for relationships, for committed relationships, this can be a little rough. If you are not exactly, if you're more vanilla, we'll say it that way. If you like your relationships to be more vanilla-like, this aspect can be kind of hard. If you're in an unhealthy relationship, it can really highlight what's been lacking in your relationship as far as excitement and desire is concerned. Even can sometimes lead towards having affairs. But if you have a healthy relationship, if you have a very open relationship or open-minded sort of relationship, this can be also an exciting time to spice up your relationship, essentially. A lot of changes with money this weekend too, so just be mindful not to overspend because that square Saturn, even though it's more so next week, the following week, tends to make money a little tight. The Uranus energy will be like spend, 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 especially with Venus, right? Try not to spend. Have fun. Try not to overly spend though. The square to Saturn, like I said, strongest in the following week, but it will be present over the weekend. Just making sure these are in really tightly. Um, the square Saturn, it can create a feeling of loneliness, of distance, emotional detachment when it comes to relationships or people that you're interested in or dating or what have you. It kind of requires a little bit of extra effort to like make sure someone feels appreciated or seen or loved and vice versa. So don't get too down on yourself if you're feeling not as sexy or not as attractive or paid attention to or whatever. But like I said, I kind of expect that to be more next week. We're also moving into a huge independent energy in the month of November, and I feel like it's just getting kicked off this weekend. So no matter what's been going on with you relationship wise, just know that that need for independence, the nurturing environment for independence, is just starting. Okay, we're gonna see also a big divide here when it comes to how people interact with each other in relationships, where independence is going to be prioritized. And some people who are not okay with that might really struggle during this time within their relationships, and not just romantically, but even like friendships and what have you. Okay. In November, we also have the new moon Sag, which I do believe is creating more of that independent energy, as we're also dealing with the full moon Taurus in that conjunction with Uranus, which is more independent risk taking energy. So strap yourselves in. November is going to be a month where everyone's going to want to do their own thing, okay? For the most part. Now, a couple other things that are worth mentioning. We still have this like drag, this delay, this like sluggish, lackadaisical energy when it comes to going for the things we want, like, our purpose in life, our bigger goals and causes, the things that make us want to be of service to people, humanitarian efforts, like what is our role in the grand scheme of things, all of that still kind of slow into making progress, but that's because Mars is retrograding in Gemini. We also have Mars square Neptune, which is also creates a little bit of sluggish energy, also creates a little fear and paranoia. So part of what you want to do with your life, or just what some of your other goals are in relation to what you feel like your mission is or what you feel like your purpose is, if you have fears around that, or like, I want to say fear of failure actually, or fear of not being able to follow through. That's interesting. It's coming through like that. Wait, what is this? Sorry, there's something else coming in here. What is this? Fear of teamwork. Okay. Interesting. Fear of friendships. Like all these like little fears are starting to trickle in. Take it as it resonates. That fear and paranoia, you might be feeling it now. You might be in a little bit of an Eight of Swords energy still. But just so the slowdown, it's normal for right now. Baby steps. You don't have to make huge strides right now. Keep your plan, keep your focus, hold your vision, hold your intention. It'll play out when it needs to play out in the way that it's supposed to. Okay? Now, moving on a little bit, the North Node. When I saw this, I was like, ooh, fascinating. So the North Node is in Taurus, and over the weekend is aspecting the Sun and Venus, both in Scorpio. And here's what I was getting, because I got the word independent, so I was like, okay, here's some of that independent energy. But I was also getting that walking between, balancing. Don't know why walking came up. Balancing between Taurus and Scorpio, balancing those energies, right? And also with this rise of independent energy, what is it you want to be devoted and committed to? Whatever it is, it might actually feel like it's conflicting with a part of who you are or how you see yourself. And it's that moment, that really hard moment of, I might have to do something I'm uncomfortable with, or I might have to get myself to be out of my comfort zone to do what I know in the long run is best for me, or in the long run what I actually want, even if I have to sacrifice something that is part of who I am. Yeah, biggie. That also goes hand in hand with the channeling that I received about some of us might feel like destiny's pushing us in a direction and we're scared. We're like, that's not who I am. But maybe it is. Maybe it's not who you are now, but maybe it is part of who you're becoming. So there's definitely resistance there for some people. I feel just like almost like a death card, like fighting change a little bit. Um, or just this question of, am I actually ready for this? And then kind of what I was saying with the weekly, right? Like, oh my God, am I going to jump off the cliff? Oh my God, I guess I'm going to jump off the cliff. Fine, I'll do it. The ego might get a little upset by that. The aspects between the North Node, the Sun, and Venus, because again, it's opposition, so it is supposed to be a struggle. But something that is also aiding these positive changes and these changes that require us to focus on our independence and responsibility and accountability is Ceres. Ceres is an asteroid that is in Virgo. And it's sorry, I'm like, it's weird to hear myself talking so much with these earplugs in because my voice sounds so different with these in. So it's just distracting me a little bit. But Ceres in Virgo is trine Uranus and is sextile Venus and the Sun. So here's what's really cool. We're going to have opportunities and relationships that will aid us in some of these changes, that will support us in being responsible for what it is that we actually want in the long term and what we do need to be focused on, what we do need to be dedicated to, even if we have to sacrifice something. But there will be some support via relationships for this, okay? Especially for any of you where this is relating to work, because we have Virgo and Taurus energy here, along with Scorpio. All three of those signs like to work. All three of them like to be focused on something, some sort of task, some sort of goal. All three of them enjoy that. So if this is hitting your houses where it's like more about work, like second house, 10th house, seventh house even. Oh, that's also like, that's bonded relationships. But, you know, those houses, it could work out really well for you. So another thing that's going on this weekend, I know it's a lot, hang in there with me. These are all just themes, okay? These are all just waves and themes of energies. You might feel one more than the other. You might experience all of them. It's going to be different. It's just the wave, the complicated wave of energy that we're riding right now this weekend. We also have Pallas Athena, another asteroid in Cancer, opposing Pluto and trine Neptune. I was loving this energy. When I tuned into it, it was like, ooh, it's like yummy, maternal, feminine, motherly leader, like energy, like matriarchal role sort of energy. We allow compassion, sensitivity, empathy to come in when we're problem solving. When we need to be making these changes or taking these risks that will be really, we're going to be confronted with this weekend, but over the next couple of weeks because of the full moon eclipse. But being confronted with these changes and this push of, oh, I see the direction I need to go. I'm scared, or I don't actually want to do this, but I need to do this. Whatever it is, right? The second chances that you're wanting, the cliff you got to jump off of, whatever it is, it might be triggering. Bring compassion into it. Bring the empathy into it. Bring in that maternal feminine. I'm supporting you with love energy there, because some of us will have fights. I'm going to talk about why later. It has to do with the moon transits actually this weekend too. Especially if you're dealing with somebody and you're realizing there needs to be a drastic change there. It can be hard. It can be a hard conversation to have, and deep conversations are par for the course this weekend too. So make sure you meet people with love, and this will help. This will help a lot. The Pluto opposition, I was getting a little bit of this kind of like murky, shadowy, like corruptive energy. Just if you experience that coming at you this weekend, meet it with compassion, meet it with that very like high priestess like energy, divine wisdom sort of energy. Sorry, I didn't know what I was seeing for a second. I was like, there's a giant claw. What's going on? They're cutting the trees. It's okay, Clyde. Clyde's like, what are they doing to that tree? Just caught me off guard. Anyway. Yes. So that is overall what's going on for the weekend. If I look at, oh my God, so much cat hair. Don't mind me. Looking at the moon transits, the moon is going to go from Pisces to Aries over the weekend. We're starting in like late degrees Pisces, and this is like really yummy. This is also when we still have some of that romantic energy. So Friday and a little bit of Saturday, we might still be feeling really good. There's also a lot of intuition going on, a lot of telepathy going on. A lot of hopefulness going on too, because the moon is also going to be working with Jupiter. So it's great. It's honestly awesome. There's also a sextile going on with Pluto. I feel like this is going to bring in opportunities to close some big cycles, to have some healing take place. So Friday, ooey gooey is what I would say. Ooey gooey delicious. Friday is also not a day to work. Just saying, we have a lot of this sluggish energy going on Mars because it's square Neptune, and we have a Saturn square Uranus, and all these things that are happening. But the moon is also going to be square Mars on Friday. So if you plan on working hard on Friday, good luck. Maybe you need a few energy drinks. Maybe you need to be isolated while you're trying to get all this work done, because it might be a little hard for some of us. But then, sorry, but then the moon moves into Aries, and it will be conjunct Chiron. And this is also when we're starting to move from that like really yummy, romantic, like passionate energy to more mental energy, probing, understanding what's truth, what's not, what's this person about, what's their secrets, tell me your secrets, you know, that. And then moving further into independent energy, driven energy, the hard choices we have to make, the jumping off the cliff, the second chances, the things that really petrify the ego, moving into that, right? But Saturday, very triggering energy might be happening. So make sure you really lean into that like internal motherly matriarchal leader energy, and meet these triggers with love, meet them with understanding, and compassion when you're dealing with other people, and even with yourself, even with yourself. And then on Sunday, as Mars, as the moon moves deeper into Aries, now we're talking late degrees Aries. Yeah, it gets a little rougher. We have a square with Pluto, a square with Pallas Athena. I mean, I'll be honest with you, like that to me just feels like feels a little bit like war. If I'm being totally honest, it's like I'm feeling corruption of power, abuse of feminine. That feels more nostalgic. That's not the right word. Um, reflective, flashback, reflective, flashback. Those are the words that are really coming up for that. But we do have sextile with Mars and Saturn. So if you like need get a lot of work done, Sunday might be better than Friday. Just saying. But God, that square to Pluto though. Yeah, even if you do like work hard on Sunday, or you get into this mode of I'm gonna get shit done, because Mars and Saturn will want us to do that. Mars and Saturn on Sunday, the way it's working with the moon is gonna be like, go get it, go do it, go win. And then square with Pluto and square with Pallas Athena is just like corruption. It's like control, manipulation, that sort of deal. So yeah, Sunday's looking kind of murky. I did not like how Sunday looks, just to be honest with you. So it's gonna be a weird ride this weekend, excuse me. Um, but nurture your long-term goals. When you get triggered with the things that you have to do, the decisions you have to make, the changes that you know you're being pulled to make or nudged to make, um, even if you feel the internal conflict, just be gentle with yourself, be compassionate with yourself, and understand that sometimes we have to make big leaps to get to where it is we want to go, and have the faith to make those big leaps. Relationships this weekend are going to be complicated. I mean, that's going to be the best word for it. Whether you're single, dating, or you are in a committed relationship, it's going to be complicated because there's so much emotional stuff coming up here. There's internal conflict going on here. But there's still this very scorpionic, Venusian, um, desirable energy. And then Uranus is also shaking things up with wanting us to like just have fun, right? Have fun, go balls to the wall with it. So yeah, relationships be complicated. I would encourage you not to spend too much money this weekend for the reasons I said before. Yeah, I think that's all you guys really need to know about the weekend. I mean, looking at the signs too, when you're looking at your charts, anybody who has really water, but Scorpio, prioritize Scorpio, but Pisces and Cancer will also be affected by this. So if you have a lot of placements in water, particularly Scorpio, you're going to really be impacted by this weekend energetically. Earth signs, you might feel like you got to get up and do shit. Like it's time for a change. You might feel more fiery, like you can't sit still. Air signs, sluggish. Sorry. Gonna be feeling kind of sluggish, especially my Geminis, my Gems. And that's again for the placements that you might have. But if you're looking at your houses, like based off your rising sign, for where all of this could be affecting everybody, I would look to Scorpio. What degrees would I look at for that? 15 to 20 degrees. Yeah, Scorpio 15 to 20 degrees. This is where we're going to see relationship changes. We're going to see that intense communicative energy, mental energy, probing energy. And again, it could be pleasant. It could be very pleasant, deep conversations, or it could be poking and prodding and probing and kind of irritating. And independence, peaking of independence, rising of a need for independence. Pisces and Cancer, this is more support, emotional support, compassion, intuition, psychic awareness, telepathy, very healing energy with Pisces and Cancer, 20 to 25 degrees. I would really focus on Scorpio though. And then Taurus, I would definitely look at Taurus. Taurus, 10 to 20 degrees. I would even include Virgo in that. You could include Capricorn. I'd focus on Taurus more than anything if you're looking at the earth signs. This is the push for change. This is going to be where we're feeling the most restless. Like, the floor's bottoming out, or I got to do something. That's what we're all going to be feeling in the house of Taurus, 10 to 20 degrees for us. And then Gemini. I would also say Aquarius too. And if you could argue Libra, but focus on Gemini, 25 to 29 degrees. This is the lethargy. This is the feeling like no matter what I want to do, I just can't seem to make it happen right now. A little bit of frustration going on there. But Gemini is where we're having Mars retrograde, right? So this is where we're having this kind of review of masculine energy and how we are committed, how we're devoted, how is our integrity, where is our integrity at, how are we communicating, how are we collaborating with others? That's what's going on in the house of Gemini for all of us. Okay, again, based off your personal charts. Okay, so that is all the astrology. Let's have fun with some cards. They're at it again. I thought they stopped. I really thought they stopped for a minute. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. They're just doing their jobs. I just miss peace and quiet. That's all. Okay, get a little sip of water, and then we will get into the elements. Fire. I feel like you guys are really watery. Aries, Leo, Sag? Yes, we're going Aries, Leo, Sag. They're immediately pulling me to the animals. So we're going to start with an animal card, and then we're going to go ahead and pull some tarot cards, okay? This is the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck. All the decks I use are linked below for your convenience. Fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag. This is for Aries, Leo, Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. They're showing me a crown. When they show me that, sometimes there is like a leveling up or ascension that's happening. Other times it's taking your place, taking a stand, moving into the role that you want for yourself, moving up in integrity, maturity, responsibility. It's an elevation. Feel a commanding energy here. Feel a little bit like, see me for the king and queen that I am. Ooh, it feels a little intense. Feels a little commanding. See me for the king and queen I am. No. Do you have a throne? Am I only talking to the Leos? I love you, Leos. I do absolutely love you. Hold on. I've got a card here. Oh my gosh. Of course. Fire signs. You got to have a fire energy. We have the cheetah. This is fast movement. This is kind of like my 8 of Wands card, but I feel such a commanding presence with you, like almost like a challenge. And this could be something you're experiencing in your reality. So it doesn't have to be you. It could be someone in your energy field. But it's like, yeah, it's like, look at me for who and what I am now. It's like, are you triggered? Did something happen? It's a lot. It just feels really intense and borderline aggressive. You're trying to force something. That's why you want something to move. You want something to progress. And it's almost like getting into this stance. You feel like that's the key to making it happen. So there's definitely a lot of masculine, forceful energy here. I would say just watch your approach, fire signs. Depending on the circumstances, might not be so effective. Don't forget the compassion, the Cancerian, Pallas Athena, watery, I don't know, I'm rubbing my chest. Matriarchal sort of energy. Let's see. Any other messages or insights for my fire signs for the weekend? For Aries, Leo, Sag. We got another card here. Oh, wanted to run away from me. Oh, I love it. Yes, the owl. This is what's needed. This is what's needed. It's okay to want something to move fast. It's okay to want progress. Practice that feminine, intuitive, high priestess inner knowing to understand that no matter how fast you want something to move, you have to have the right approach. Things have their own time. Sometimes things have their own time. Some of you are actually moving into this like commanding energy because something is moving so fast. Almost like it's moving. Are you ready or not? I guess I better be fucking ready. Like, you know what I mean? It's got that kind of vibe to it too for some of you. So take it as it resonates. Some of you are forcing something to move fast because you want it, but you need to practice the wisdom and discernment to understand that there's a timing to everything. Others of you, something is moving really fast and it's requiring you to level up now to actually be ready for it. Wow, it's intense. Okay. They keep showing me the crown over and over and over again. Let's go ahead and let's do the Honest Truth deck. That feels pretty good for you guys. Any messages or insights from fire signs? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Come on. Any messages or insights from my fire signs? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Just caught a glimpse of the Two of Cups. Some soulmate energy. Hold on a second. There's something there. Some of you are dealing with people. Could be one person. Could also be how you're being seen. So again, take this as it resonates because I definitely feel significantly two different groups going on here. But there's this inspired energy where you're either being looked up to and it's requiring you to step into a role, or someone's inspiring you to push things forward. Like that's the kind of vibe I'm getting. Like there's an inspired energy going on here, almost muse-like someone motivates the shit out of you. Someone really motivates you. Someone really inspires you to like, just go for it. Just do it. And others of you, someone has a lot of admiration for you. And it's like, oh shit, I better be ready to handle this, you know? So I'm getting both of those. Anyway, let's keep going. Any messages or insights from my fire signs for the weekend? Aries, Leo, Sag. Any other messages or insights for my fire signs for the weekend? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Interesting. Chariot in reverse. Delays and lack of action. It feels like delays. I really want to say you're ready. This is more for those where it's like, hey, it's time. Get in your throne. Get in your throne and wear your crown. And you're like, I don't know. This is too fast. Yeah, I'm getting that. I'm totally getting that. And others of you where you're in the other boat, it's like, hey, there's a timing to everything. Slow things down. So yeah, and this could actually be playing out between you and another person where one person's like force, and the other's like e. It's kind of funny. Either way, this is delay or trying to slow something down. Any other messages or insights for my fire signs? I really, really keep wanting to say you're ready. You're ready. Even if you don't think you are, you're ready. Any other messages or insights for my fire signs? I keep picking up more so in the group where things are just moving really fast and you have to be ready for it. I'm really picking up on that group. So I'm just going to speak to that group moving forward unless something comes in with the other group again. But focusing on this group, an opportunity's here. Circumstances are here. The timing is right. And it's like, it's exciting, but I feel anxiety of like, shit, I didn't think this was going to happen now, or I didn't think it was going to happen so soon. Hence the like pulling the reins in a little bit. Any other messages or insights for my fire signs? Oh, is that what I think it is? Oh, yep, it is. Ace of Pentacles. It's time. It's time, fire signs. It's time, it's time, it's time. New opportunities, security, strength. Why are the word strength coming through here? It's interesting with these hands. I'm actually not seeing it as one person's hands. I'm seeing it as two different people's hands. Oh, wait, isn't it? Like, kind of looks like that, right? Like one person's hands are significantly smaller than the other. It could be one person, but it's like, I just got that vibe. Like, yeah, whatever this circumstance is, fire signs, it involves another person or other people, and you're being asked to be ready. I feel like even spirit's like, you're ready. And you're like, I don't know. Pulling on the reins, pulling on the reins, pulling on the reins, pulling on the reins. It's time to wear the crown. It's time to be in your throne. It's time to embrace it. Yeah, it's time to embrace it. Six of Swords. It's time. This is something you've actually been wanting, but there's this feeling I keep getting of like you didn't anticipate it happening so fast or that it would be here now. Like you feel almost unprepared, but it's time to study all night. You know what I mean? For the final exam if you have to. Any other messages or insights from my fire signs for the weekend? Oh, Ace of Cups. So whatever this is, there's also a lot of emotional, not investment, wanting. Your soul wants it. Sometimes with the Ace of Cups, I do see it as the soul. This could be a romantic opportunity as well, but it's Ace of Pentacles and Ace of Cups. That is, your soul wants it, and it's providing stability. It's providing strength. And for some of you, it's even a second chance, but it's what you've been wanting. It's definitely what you've been wanting, what you've been waiting for. You're just kind of stunned it's here, or you're stunned it's moving so fast. Any other messages or insights for my fire signs? Aries, Leo, Sag. Overall, ooh, we have 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Wow, with the 10 of Wands in reverse. Oh, Jesus. Ace of Swords in reverse. Fire signs with the 3 of Swords. With the 3 of Swords. There's a 2 of Swords at play here, which is about decisions and holding two different ideas of truth. You need to choose one. You need to choose one. Ace of Swords in reverse also tells me there's illusion. There's illusion at play. There's not seeing something clearly. That 10 of Pentacles in reverse with the 10 of Wands in reverse, there has been some instability going on here. It's almost like you've been on a path and it's just, you can tell it's not the path that is really meant for you, or it's not holding you. I say it that way. It's a path that's not really holding you and holding your soul, holding your interest even. And it's actually been burdensome with the 10 of Wands in reverse. It's like, I feel like Spirit is all over this saying, drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it. And it's bringing you a lot of discomfort. But the Ace of Swords in reverse, it's like there is this feeling of like, I don't want to see the reality of this fully because I'm not ready. Because I'm not ready, because I don't feel ready. I don't feel prepared. I don't feel prepared to move into what I've always wanted. For some of you, it does require walking away from a path, letting something go. Kind of what I was saying before with everything going on astrologically. Like, ooh, to make this choice, I have to give something up. Or I have to do something that maybe I don't necessarily totally want to do. But what choice do I have if I have the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups? But I can feel it, fire signs. You're feeling pushed into it, whether because of other people or because Spirit's pushing you and you're having resistance to it. But Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, you know in the long run it's what you've been wanting. Big decisions, fire signs, big decisions. Okay, ooh, let's move on from that. Earthykins, I'm feeling my Earthykins. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. For the weekend. You guys feel interesting. Got a little devil energy. I think it's just my cappies. Got a little devil energy. I'm feeling frustration with you. I'm feeling a little bit of 5 of Wands with you. There's frustration. I'm feeling a little bit of being pulled in different directions. Like you want to focus on ABC, but all these other things are popping up and you're like, and it's making you frustrated. Let's see. Any messages or insights for my earth signs? Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and I'm going to be late. I just saw the time. Well, it's freaking late. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Any messages or insights for my earth signs? Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Oh, Capricorn. I just heard it got real. I just heard that. It got real. What got real? What got real? Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Like the reality got real. The heaviness of something got really real. Ooh, okay. What's going on, earth signs? What's going on? What's going on? This might even be collective because that felt like a really big message that came through. Like I've got like little psychic goosebumpies all over my body right now. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo for the weekend. Well, wow, I'm feeling some sexual energy here. Oh, we got the otter. Oh, how cute. I love the otter. Otter is unconditional love. It's my 2 of cups, 6 of cups, lover's energy. It's big-hearted energy, open-hearted energy, family energy. It's I'm gonna hold your hand while you sleep so we can stay like so we don't drift apart. It's that kind of energy. It's pure unconditional love. It got real. It got real. Any messages or insights for my earth signs? All of a sudden I felt water energy coming through. It could be done with water energy, or you could have that in your chart. Any other messages or insights for my... Ooh, interesting. With the camel, fire meets water. Even though the camel has like a watery moon, you can see there, fire meets water. I almost feel like these are 2 individuals, 2 sides of a situation. For some of you, that's the case where one of you is this very open-hearted otter energy and the other one is about sustainability, efficiency, do this, do that. A little bit of Virgo energy going on there, actually. Sustain, 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 sustain is what I keep getting. Efficiency, efficiency, efficiency. I feel like, okay, if this is between you and another person, and these are represented by 2 different, like these cards represent 2 different people, because it's not the case for everybody, so hang in there with me. Whoever the camel is, there's a lot of emotional restraint. I feel like intense emotional control. They might even come up as a King of Cups, but they do that for their own sustainability. That's interesting. This person might be very emotional, and so they've learned over time that to have balance in their life, they need to have a lot of emotional maturity and control. While the otter feels very like yummy and open and just like almost Geminian and Cancerian, like a Gemini Cancer energy with the otter. There's something in there that's very pure and just like love, love, love. And the camel's like kind of serious, maybe even stoic, maybe even hard to read emotionally. So that's for some of you. But mostly I feel like this is the energy of take all that love and emotion that you experience and let's mature up a little bit. Let's move into a King of Cups energy. Let's go from Page of Cups to King of Cups. So earth signs, some of you are dealing with that, where you're feeling a lot and there's a need to kind of balance it out so that you can have more balance in your life right now. That's interesting. It's not what I expected for you guys at all, because I was getting frustration. I was definitely getting frustration with you and a bit of sexual energy. Ooh, deer at the bottom, motherly energy. Let's pull cards from my earth signs. What deck do you want? You went classic. Okay, we'll do classic. I just saw the Page of Cups. Any messages or insights from my earth signs? Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Hey, buddy. He's shifting. He doesn't walk over the cards. Any messages or insights from my earth signs? Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Getting Queen of Wands energy now. There's a lot going on for my earth signs. I almost feel like the energy around you is shifting a lot, which would make sense with what I was picking up on before, where you're trying to stay focused on something, you're getting pulled here, 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 here. And especially with these energies, right? It's like either like needing to rein in your emotion to maintain balance in your life, or you're dealing with somebody who's done that, but it's against your like really open-hearted giddiness. It's interesting. Any messages or insights from my earth signs? Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Some of you could be dealing with family dynamics. I'm getting a little bit of like parent-child energy there too. Maybe teaching your child emotional regulation, how to properly deal with your emotions. Some of you, it's dealing with a parent who is not good with, I know, buddy, with regulating their emotions. What's up, Bubs? Okay. Any other messages or insights for my earth signs? I know. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. He's showing so much love today. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. For the weekend, Capricorn. Ooh, okay. Wheel of Fortune with the 3 of Wands in reverse. I'm getting that frustrated feeling again. Something has been unsustainable for you. That's what I feel. Something has, like, it's just been hard to maintain balance, and you're sick of it and you want to change things. Wheel of Fortune reverse can actually indicate that there's a need for change, or just feeling like there's bad luck around you. I'm actually feeling that some of you feel like you've just had a lot of bad luck, and it's putting you in this pessimistic energy. Again, frustrated. You just want balance. You just want sustainability, consistency. You want to focus on what you want to focus on and not get pulled into other shit. Any other messages or insights for my earth signs? Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo for the weekend. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, 9 of Pentacles in reverse. A lot of lack of stability and consistency. That seems to be the biggest thing here. He hears the birds. Any other messages or insights for my earth signs? Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Nice. Yes. Oh, we love it. You'll see in a second. It's about to change. Earth signs. It's about to change this weekend. We have the World and the 10 of Wands. Yes. Can we change it, please? Can we change this pattern of lacking stability and lacking consistency and lacking predictability? I'm tired of it. I am sick of it. It's going to change. It's going to change this weekend. Overall, we do have the Hermit with 6 of Swords in reverse. Again, focusing on how to rectify what hasn't been providing you peace. I said that really weird. Looking at what has been disturbing your peace of mind. Interesting. Hierophant in reverse. Why is the Hierophant in reverse here? Why is the Hierophant in reverse here? There's some weird energy with this one. There's been a temptation to, like, break the rules, to break ranks is actually what I just heard, because of this lack of consistency and stability in your life. Could even be within a relationship, okay? But yeah, this is taking time to reflect on that, because you're done. You're ready to turn the page. You're ready for this cycle of inconsistency, lack of stability, unpredictability. You're ready for it to be over. Some of you, that is about you maturing from a Page of Cups to a King of Cups, getting more of a handle on your emotions in order to balance out your life. Some of you are dealing with somebody who is emotionally very different from you. I'm even noticing, like, the colors. Like, this otter is, like, surrounded in their emotion and their love, while the camel has it way in the background. You see what I'm saying? It's quite the juxtaposition there. So however this is playing out for your earth signs, changes here this weekend. Okay. Air. Okay, I guess water's saving water for last. Might be because it's going to be a really intense one. I kind of have that feeling with water. Air. You're talking a lot. I can feel it. It's a lot of exchange going on. I don't know if you're yelling at somebody or you're just ranting or someone's doing this to you this weekend, but it's got that feeling of like air. It's kind of funny. Like you're really blowing the wind on somebody. Yeah. Some of you, this is impulsive communication or divulging confessions, divulging information, but it's just communication galore. It could also be your mind. Your mind is moving very fast. Really feeling that for my Libras and Geminis. Aquas, what are you doing, Aqua? What are you doing, Aquas? Minding my business is what I just heard. minding my business. Any messages? That's funny. Any messages or insights for my air signs? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And we got a card already. Ooh. Ooh. We got the Swan. Swan can be a couple things. It could talk about partnerships. It also can talk about integration with the shadow self, full integration of the self, coming into a whole complete being. But a lot of you, this might be regarding partnerships. Venus is doing a lot this weekend. So partnership and relationships, are going to be front and center. But here we have the Swan. Anything else for air signs? For Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. For Gemini, Libra, Aquarius for the weekend. Ooh. Trigger. The rabbit. Rabbit is fear and anxiety. Feeling targeted. Air signs, yeah, it seems like this weekend you're going to be triggered. But for some of you, it's a trigger that's happening with another person where there's mirroring going on, which means they probably understand you very well, which means removing yourself, being the observer of your own emotions, and coming back in to really talk things out and be dedicated to talking things out will probably work out really well and probably help you with healing and growth. Others of you, this trigger that's going to be happening this weekend is going to help you with integrating your shadow. But that's literally what I get here. Trigger, and it's going to trigger a lot of communication, a lot of talking. Okay. Air signs. Which deck do you want? You want this one. Okay. I'm going to go to Light Seers Tarot. Any messages or insights from my air signs? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. One more for the weekend. Aquas, now I'm feeling almost you exclusively. Why are you coming forward so much? Thought you were minding your business. Okay. So, like I said, everything's still holding true with what I picked up on for air signs. But Aquas, you're demanding special attention right now, and I don't know why, but we're just going to roll with it. You have a front right now. There's a front of minding your business. You're not minding your business. I feel like you're actually being very Scorpionic. I feel like you're being a bit of a Snoopy Snoop. Let's see. Just being honest. Because I think you actually don't want to mind your business when it comes to somebody. I feel like you're looking in on somebody. Again, this could also be vice versa. So Aquas, I'm like to be doing this to you. But I've got a little bit of a Page of Swords energy, like checking up on somebody. But playing it off like you're minding your business. Any messages or insights? It's very funny. Any messages or insights for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? See, they're like stealing the show. Air signs, for all my air signs, for my Geminis and my Librans. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Aquas. It's not your show. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Any messages or insights for my air signs? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay, some of you, this is also just being terrified of a partnership. Like, you got a lot of anxiety or nerves when it comes to a person or a situationship, relationship, friendship, whatever it is. And you get a little triggered and anxious because you recognize the beauty of this partnership or relationship, the harmony of some of you, the divinity is what I just heard. And that's why you're like playing it cool. Don't play it so cool. Just saying. Unless you really want to, but I don't know. I'm a Scorpio. I just dive right in. Anyway, any messages or insights for my air signs? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Aquarius. Ooh, that's why you're playing it cool. We got 3 of Swords. Like I said, triggered. You guys are going to be triggered this weekend, and some of you are getting triggered just by the sheer presence of another person and a potential there. The light of that partnership is shining insight into your pain, into your discomfort, into your personal triggers by triggering you. Any messages or insights for my air signs for Gemini, Libra, Aquarius? God, what's water signs reading going to be like? Any messages or insights? Ooh, yep, you're open. 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Time to let it go. Whatever the trigger is, whatever the pain is, whatever the discomfort is that is coming up because of this, I'm just going to say situation. Because of this situation, because of the swan energy, it's time to release it. It's time to let it go. Some of you, this is actually a heart chakra opening. When I get the 4 of Pentacles in reverse, that is already to me like an opening, being vulnerable. But coupled with the 3 of Swords, that's letting pain out. It's letting pain out, letting pain go, which means heart space opening. It could be scary. Any other messages or insights for my air signs for the weekend? Ooh, 6 of Wands in reverse. A lot of vulnerability happening here, and in a way that doesn't feel good. This is feeling insecure. It's feeling scared. You can't run away from the 3 of Swords. You can't run away from the pain and discomfort you've been carrying around. You can't run away from it. Wow, 8 of Wands in reverse. The more you lean into this fear instead of letting it go, the more struggle you're going to experience here. The 8 of Wands in reverse or the 6 of Wands in reverse implies there's also a 2 of Wands energy here, which is decision time. If you keep holding on to the 3 of Swords and you keep holding on to fear instead of letting it go, you're going to be kind of stuck in this. You're going to be looping on this discomfort, feeling like you can't really escape it. You can't escape it, so just feel it. Just feel it and just let it go. But you're going to create more struggle by feeding the fear and holding on to your pain. The swan is shining the light on it so it can be released. Okay, whoever the swan is, whatever that situation is around that swan energy for you. And some of you, it's just going to be a straight up trigger. Okay. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Any other messages or insights? There's also this feeling with communication. Sorry, this is coming through too. That like, no matter what you're saying, it's like you can't get what you want, or you can't like, the intention behind why you're saying something is just, it's not manifesting, or it's not being heard, or it's being misunderstood or misconstrued because you're in this triggered state. Okay. Oh, okay. So now we have a Knight of Wands. It's an interesting turn of events. What's going on with this Knight of Wands? What's going on with this Knight of Wands for my air signs? Overall, death. Death. I think that's one of the first cards I called out in the channeling. Wow. 5 of Cups. Holy crap. And the Devil. Whew. 8 of Cups in reverse. Recovery with the 4 of Swords from bad memories. Oh, goodness. Yeah, this is huge. Air signs. Yeah, you're getting triggered this weekend, but it's clearly needed, okay? And I do feel like it's happening because of a situation with another person. And again, if you're just getting triggered, it's also for your own integration and your own personal growth here. I'm going to look at this Knight of Wands in a minute. I'm feeling more freedom and independence there, but we're going to get there because this overall energy needs to be talked about, okay? We got the Death card. Some of you, this is an ego death. Some of you, it's that significant that it's an ego death. Others, it's just letting shit go. Letting it go so you can have the new come in. And what are you letting go? This. 5 of Cups and the Devil. Emotional baggage, holding on to pain that you've been holding on to for too long that's been plaguing you. And the 8 of Cups in reverse that has enabled emotional attachment to the past, emotional attachment to pain, more emotional baggage. And then we have the 4 of Swords with the 6 of Cups in reverse. Time for some recovery. Time for some healing, time for some reflecting on old patterns, unhealthy patterns, and bad memories, painful memories that have been taking up space in your heart. So you get triggered, follow through with the trigger. Let it take you here to this place of death and rebirth and growth and transformation, to be lighter, to be more integrated with yourself, to be free with the Knight of Wands. I'm not going to clarify it. I understand what this is here now. It's just freedom. It's freedom, it's play, it's passion, it's fearlessness. Okay. These are heavy readings. Saving the best for last. Water signs, water signs, water signs. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio for the weekend. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio for the weekend. 4th, 5th, 6th of November. Cancer. I feel like you guys are being mysterious with me, water signs. When you guys are being mysterious and elusive, there's a lot going on deep down. It means you're hiding. Especially about Scorpios, my Cancers. It means you're hiding. Where are you? Why are you hiding? Are you guys looking in on someone? Lurking. I almost said lurking. Looking in on somebody too? Feels a little like that. Especially my Scorpios. Feels like you're being a little snoopy. It's par for the course this weekend with Sun being conjunct Mercury in Scorpio. Any messages or insights for my water signs? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. For the weekend, yeah, honestly, water signs, I'm getting this feeling there's a lot of probing going on. There's a lot of checking in on somebody, researching somebody, looking somebody up. Like it feels very Scorpiotic. Some of you, this is someone from the past doing this to you. Some of you are doing this with people from your past or present. I just like there's a lot of that going on, a lot of sussing people out, checking up on people. Any messages or insights from our water signs? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. They're at it again? Really? Oh my God, they are. I'm a little obsessed. Can you tell? Hold on. Let me put this back in here. Okay. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Ooh. What's in the dark comes out to the light is what I just picked up on. That's literally what I just heard. What's in the dark comes out to the light. I feel secrets being revealed. That is actually a transformative energy. It's also being able to see things in the dark, to uncover secrets. I'm feeling that big time. What has been lurking in the shadows, what has been hidden away, thoughts or feelings or people are coming to the surface. I feel like big things are going to be revealed from my water signs, especially my Scorpios, because this is your season. Big secrets, feelings people haven't told you, thoughts that people haven't shared with you, events that people haven't shared with you. It's like things are being uncovered this weekend for my water signs. It feels a little extra loud. Is this set another way? Hold on, guys. Sorry. Ooh. Oh. Panther. This is catharsis. This feels like purging. And like purging, it isn't always like crying and physical purging. That's also here for some of us. But I also feel just like this. I feel like Lazarus energy. I feel like shit from the past comes up or is revealed. Things start to make sense. And it just is almost like, I don't know how to explain this. It even feels energetic, like things that have been left unresolved from the past are just getting cleaned out. Even if you don't have an emotional reaction to it or they're getting closed out. It's so interesting. But some of you, this is definitely like big catharsis moment of things that have been really hidden away that you've been keeping to yourself or that others have been keeping from you. And it allows for a release and it allows for resolution. So that's a good thing. But this weekend is, I'm going to get one more for you guys. I knew this was going to be a big reading for my water signs. Can I get one more for my water signs for the weekend, please? One more for my water signs for the weekend. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Oh. We have horse. Oh, I like now I like feel like I'm all in my heart space here. I feel like all this purging and catharsis, feeling it in two ways. I feel like it's coming at a horse energy, and I actually water sign. Some of you might be this horse energy. Others of you, it's like you need to have this release and catharsis and secrets revealed and all of that resolution to fully embody the horse. I just feel this like this very regal, very mature, a lot of integrity, very feminine too. It's almost like Empress, Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. I mean, Empress is all the queens, but like I'm really feeling that like Earth Mother. Really feeling like the tender hearted, compassionate, grounded, psychic even mother energy. And I feel like the heart is so affected. I feel like the heart is like receiving this from other people, like people revealing their truth, their secrets, and it is purging for the horse. It's healing for the horse, but it's also a little painful and it's kind of a lot. So a lot of you are receiving this energy. Others, you're like in the midst of the catharsis as well, but it's like it's really hitting that heart space, and it's also helping you to really dig deep into that earthy, motherly, feminine energy to stay grounded and stay heart centered, even if it hurts your heart a little bit. Oh, oh, okie dokie. Sorry, I'm just a little stunned by all this energy. All right, Santa Muerte. Any messages or insights to my water signs? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Vulnerability. Sorry, this is coming through. Some people are going to start to really see that Earth Mother component you have and the vulnerability. This is interesting. I really feel like Capricorns might relate to this reading. There might be something here with Cancer, Capricorns, like those 1/7s. I'm just getting Cancer, Capricorn really strongly. This is also an Earth energy, so that might be why. But I'm also getting that there's been this perception of the horse, of how strong the horse is, the resilience, the stamina, the grace. And this catharsis, the revealing of information, the closing things out, the resolution that takes place with all of that, starts to show how sensitive the horse is, like how big and how deep the heart of the horse is. And it might give people pause. It might get people to realize maybe they haven't treated you in the best of ways, or they took you for granted. I just feel like a big heart energy and a lot of emotion. Feel a lot of that going in and around the horse, just like this revealing of, yeah, the sensitivity, the emotional capacity. Thank you. How much the horse has actually had to deal with. Mm, mm. Let's keep going. Any messages or insights for my water signs? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Any messages or insights for my water signs? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. The beauty is going to be revealed. The beauty of your heart is going to be revealed. Wow. Some have seen it all along. They will make themselves known who they are. Any messages or insights? Oh my God. Ace of Cups. Your heart will be revealed, water signs. The depth and sensitivity of your soul will be revealed here through catharsis, through people revealing information and secrets to you. The resolution that will come from that, resolving things that have been unresolved, and your heart will be revealed. A lot of love going on here, water signs, a lot. God, there's such deep messages coming through for you guys. Some of you, there's also going to be moments where people, in seeing your heart, seeing your vulnerability, the depth of you, oh God, I just had it. I'm sorry. Like, I get to talking sometimes and then I lose messages. It'll come back to me. Give me a second. Will look at you as an example of what love really is. They will look at you and go, oh, that's love. Oh, Who are you? Who are you, water signs? Am I getting a lot of angelic energy now? A lot of, oh, wow. Oh, I'm feeling all down my back. Feeling a lot of angelic energy. I'm 7, 8. I want to say this is like 8th dimensional energy. Maybe 7th. Maybe 7th dimensional energy. Archangel energy coming through too. Raphael Michael just came through. Ooh. Ooh. I'm sure you guys can feel it through the screen. It's like, oh, just saw a little flicker right there. Any messages or insights for my water signs for the weekend? Any messages or insights for my water signs for the weekend? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Now I'm feeling a masculine energy. This is going to get interesting. Justice. Oh, water signs. Sorry, I'm just excited for you. Justice and balance. What has been deserved for a long time. That your heart is truly seen for what it is. The beauty and the glory for all that it is. Anyone who's ever hated you, they're not going to be able to deny the love and beauty and grace that you carry in your soul. Like there's just no way. I feel like your heart is also being tended to. I feel support coming in around your heart. I think that's why I felt so much angelic energy come in. Your heart is getting the support that it needs. You're getting what it is you deserve. Your emotional needs are being met. Jesus. There's a lot of energy coming through me because all that angelic energy came through. Any other messages or insights for my water signs for the weekend? What is this? What? 2 of Cups in reverse and the 3 of Wands in reverse. Something unexpected is happening between you and another person. It's being balanced out. It's being righted between you and another person. The catharsis initiates this. The revealing of secrets and information is prompting the balancing of this. Whatever has gone awry, whatever detour happens, whatever trigger happens, it's getting balanced out, and it's getting balanced out through love and through the vulnerability that is being shown through your heart. Wow, Jesus. Any other messages or insights for my water signs? I feel like you guys need a whole other video just for you. Overall, we do have the Hangman in reverse. With the 2 of Wands. Is this a 6 or the 9? Let's get confused. The 9. The 9 of Pentacles in reverse. With the Devil in reverse. And the King of Pentacles. There's that masculine energy. I'm going to go over this in a minute. Wow. With the Moon and the 5 of Cups. So a couple ways this is coming through to me. This masculine energy, this King of Pentacles, some of you, it's your own energy, and some of you, you're having a mirroring circumstance where you're dealing with another person who has this King of Pentacles energy. But what's attached to that is the Moon and the 5 of Cups. There's hidden grief, there's hidden pain around your own heart or someone else's. And what's happening is the trigger. Okay. This is the relationship you have with this person. The 2 of Cups in reverse, the 3 of Wands in reverse, like detour, lacking hope. There's imbalance here. There's lack of resonance happening here because someone is really hiding these painful emotions. They're not dealing with them. And here comes the moment of truth, right? It's like triggers happen. They're revealing information to you. You're seeing what's been there. You're seeing what has been there, the Moon and the 5 of Cups. And you just meet it with love. You meet it with your very deep, deep, watery heart of love and divinity and grace and strength and all of that. And it's a wake-up call. It's a wake-up call. I think it's actually very healing for this King of Pentacles that this person's external to you, and it's helping them to break away from the chains of insecurity and instability, of fear, of pain, all of that. It's like it's immediately creating a momentum of energy out of like from a place of stagnancy and imbalance here. Okay. And some of you, this is you doing this for yourself, like letting yourself go there and revealing the pain that you've been sitting with, that you've been carrying around in your heart. And you get to have the Ace of Cups and Justice. You get to have emotional balance, and people will really, truly see your heart. and people will appreciate it. And for some, this King of Pentacles, again, if this person's external to you, will also appreciate it as well and love that part of you. Oh, wow. Yeah, some of you, this is interesting because some of you, I'm actually getting this is kind of like a calling out. Like you're dealing with somebody and they're like acting up, or you're just seeing shit as like the intuitive horse high priestess energy you are, or high priestess can be for men too. And they act out, they say shit, whatever. Maybe they reveal something to you that was a secret or what have you, or it's someone from the past coming back and doing this. And you just meet it with love. It's like when you do that, it immediately stops the volatility and like the violent, chaotic energy of that kind of situation, you know? And it shows who you really are deep down. It might even cause you to feel upset, and maybe it causes you to show a lot of emotion and vulnerability and maybe even purge yourself, but you will be seen and you are protected and you're going to get what you need emotionally. Wow. Okay. All right, guys. It is a weekend. It's a weekend. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Oh, it's good to be heard. It's good to hear my own voice again. I hope you guys really enjoyed this reading, and I hope you guys have an amazing weekend, and I will see you guys very soon, okay? Take care.